10 minutes just going over some of the ins and outs of the Discord channel and covering some of the charts. So the last few, posts, the last couple of days kind of wound it in because the choppiness was just doing my head in. And guys, I must say, if you're going to be in this server, just introduce yourself. Just drop a message. Let's get active. There's more people active here. It's more incentive for people to come here, engage, see what's going on, okay? And that way we can start to work on evolving it into the next stages. But I've got to be honest, guys. If there's nobody here, if there's nobody engaging, there's not really any point for me to do this, and we'll just start to move away from it because there's no one here. So please make yourself known. So moving onwards, last one was this push up into this upper boundary, which we're going to go over the basic stuff for this Trendmaster now, and we're going to be quick with it. So simply, if this is black, if the cloud is black, we're looking for downward moves. Okay, if the cloud is blue, we're looking for upward moves. So as soon as this flips to the upside, we're looking for long positions, and if it flips downside, then we're looking for short positions. So this is just a heads up that this is approaching this level now, and we're ready to go. And if you just click this open original, you can see the chart in nice clear detail. You can zoom in and see exactly what's what. Okay, so if we look at the one before this, okay, we have a break to the downside. It's very choppy here, very, very choppy. This isn't what the Trendmaster is designed for, but it does give insight, and we're going to cover the performance here. So, couple of messages in and out. The flip to the upside, flip to the downside. So just looking at this one on the 29th, was a little bit late on the entry here, on the message, but to be honest with you, I'm not too sure people are here even paying attention to the information. If you are, just come to the message and just put a little, whatever you want. I can see people are looking at the message then, so there's no point me posting, on the exact point that the alert comes into my station. I'll come to Discord and post the message. If there's nobody here, what's the point in doing it? I'm just going to move into the trades and just place my trades, and then maybe come and post it hereafter. So please let me know you're here. Okay, so on the chart, from about this point, okay, it's come back up and retested this upper boundary, as you can see. So let's just go into some of the detail. Okay, let's start with the 4 hour for a start. So just moving this over, we look at the candlestick chart. You can see a clean zigzag in a downward direction. Okay, lower lows being formed here. Okay, now we've got this trend line which is touched exactly 3 times. Okay, we moved up, and then we had to move back down, and we couldn't make it down towards that trend line, look, which is an interesting detail. The other interesting detail is this heavy divergence building upwards. Okay, we had that peak in here, which was there, and then we never had a peak in. This low and this low, I'm going to need to put the crosshair on. Okay, as you can see, it's not low, it's pretty much a double bottom there, and we've had a thing. And then if we follow this one, as you can see, we're just building up and up and up. Okay, in that divergence here, look, so we've had the, oh dear me, let me just change that. Okay, so we've had a divergence here, there, okay, and then we moved up, couldn't sustain the move, and then we've had another move down and another divergence. Okay, these two lows, and that's probably about a double bottom there. So it's building its way up. So this is just all I'm waiting for, this black line moving lower, and this is moving towards it, and I have a feeling that once we get above this area, then it could be game time, could be. Okay, so let's just cover the 1 hour. So this is the key. Okay, as soon as it moves down below here, okay, let's just measure this up. So from this candle, okay, let's just focus on the candle for now. We've had a maximum of 5%. We're currently sitting at a couple of percent there. So even if it was, down right at this point, 3%, still got some profit. So the point is that even if this was break even, you exit and then you re-enter on break even, you're managing risk. Okay, so you exit the market here. You could enter at any point down as these prices come down here. Even if it come back up here, you'd still have profits, or you'd still have managed risk and made profits. Now, it's in these mad areas where if you're just going to start exiting and entering just on one signal, this signal, then we're going to lose some profits, okay? But this is where the backtesting of the Trendmaster really comes into play, and you can see the power of the long-term adherence to this. Okay, so let's just start from here. If we enter on this candle, okay, so we enter here, we move into profits, a maximum of 2.3%, and then we end up with a loss of 0.19%. So you could have had 2.3% profits there, and then as it's come down, you've ended up with basically break even. Here, this move down to 5% profits, but then the price comes back up here, and then close it there. This would have even more power if I just do this as a replay. So we're breaking up here, okay, and we've got 1.2% profits. So we're effectively long at this part. Oh, no, here. Okay, so this candle, as you can see, these two arrows, candle break down, and then it's quickly shifted back up. Okay, so there's a couple of things here. Okay, there's a couple of things that we can take into account. So, for example, at this particular point, okay, so on this candle, where we have exited this short position, okay, the stop loss is going to be below this lower line, okay, and vice versa. If you're going short, this upper line is the stop loss. So using the long tool, we would put this here, and then this particular stop loss, you can measure this against this lower plotted boundary, the low end of the cloud. Okay, I call this the cloud here. So this could be somewhere down here. Okay, so as you've entered, okay, that's the Trendmaster. So the stop loss is going to be at this line here. So this particular line. So on this candle, okay, it stops out. So that's how you can manage the safety. Now, obviously, if you're using this system just to completely reverse position, it's not advisable. You may get cut up in this chop, but all the profits will come back when the trend resumes. So shorting here with the stop loss there, or reversing the position, for example, moves into a bit of profit and then comes back up, and then the next candle is there, so you've basically been stopped out. Okay, so I think I've made my point there. So I'm going to leave this at a little bit of a loss. Let's just put a little bit of a loss here. So we'll put a little bit of a loss, and then another small loss here. Okay. So at the moment, okay, if we take this, a loss of 0.2%, a loss of 0.3%, a loss of 0.6%, and then we've got this trade in the middle, which is a profit of 1.12, we're pretty much about break even for these 4 entries. Okay, so that's great, because if this kicked off a trend, which we'll see in a second here, so we've entered long, okay, nearly exited there, and we are out. Okay, So, you know, entering around here, we had a maximum of about 2.26% profit, but then upon this move down all the way, we've ended up closing in 0.3% loss. But then we see this come in, and now we're here. So if we was at about this point, a potential, okay, of 5% profit, but currently sitting at 2% profit. So as you can see, okay, so this is the power. So this is the power. Even in these losses, okay, when you catch one move, it just wipes all that choppiness out. So we end up in profits. So very, very powerful. And then when we start to catch a move, when we zoom out and we look at the scope of what this actually is compared to a real trend, well, that's when we realize that this is just like these particular moves are nothing. So, you know, measuring a small move like so, okay, 7%. Measuring a move like this, okay, 14%. Or even a move like this one, okay, so another 14%. So big numbers here, okay. So just it's important to understand how to use this Trendmaster, and if you don't, please ask questions. There's loads of details to learn about this, and you know, with the backtest video, I have no doubt that people will see the power of this. So US ruble, okay. I want to jump onto the monthly chart for this one, but if we just hide everything there, not good, not good at all. We're zigzagging up. We have a big push up. This push up here, okay, is basically the US putting in the sanctions and so on. So it's got, and then all of a sudden it's peaked out, and then complete collapse. So this price moving down, okay, means US weakness compared to the Russian ruble. Now there is this, okay, and I mean this is I mean I don't even know how to explain it. We're hanging on the thread. Okay, so you know, I've noticed this. There's talks about the ruble going gold backed or commodity backed, and you know, this huge shooting star here is just scary. Okay, so this is showing US weakness against the ruble, and this is important to understand. So if I shift over to this next chart, which is the USDT dominance. Okay, so we've got the USDT dominance here on the weekly chart. So if I just quickly jump onto the monthly chart, you know, RSI moving downwards. Okay, there's not really much to focus on here. So let's just look at the candlestick chart. You know, I'm just going to adjust this. We've got the peak here. Okay, this is the very first peak. So we've pushed up into new highs, and it's right there. Okay. From here, we've had a move down. Okay, cool. Then the move back up, one candle right up into that point, and then met with the sell-off. Next candle up, met with the sell-off. Candle, met with the sell-off, shooting star, moves down. Okay, this one hits, met with the sell-off, next. So 3 wicks here, okay, and then this candle was closed right on the nose, right on that line. Look, right there. Okay, now looking at what happens with the next candle. Okay, we need for this to start moving down here, or else, you know, what the hell's going on? That's all I can say is that there's a complete, you know, mess at hand of what's going on with the US dollar. It's very, very clearly collapsing. The USDT dominance means, you know, it's just a mess. Okay, and pretty much the only thing to hold at the moment is the ruble, which you can't, I don't think. So something to look into there. Just quickly, just going down a couple of time frames here, just very quickly. So just adjusting this upper boundary a bit. you can see one time here the candle's gone up and then down again at this particular point, and then here we're having a move up, and now we're starting to decline out of that. And hopefully we can get out of this box, or we can see some sort of move away from this upper resistance. Now, I mean, a worst case scenario is it breaks up above, candle closes above this, and then retests and carries on, which if it does, well, I'm not too sure what the future is going to hold. But as we can see over these three peaks, we're back at this level is very critical. Okay, gold. What can I say about this apart from a huge cup and handle? I mean, this is just crazy. So this is the monthly chart. If this was going to close down, this previous month closed a bit lower down here, I was going to start to get worried. But very clean cup and handle here, and I'm just going to be keeping an eye on this. We day trading gold, so we're just going to keep doing what we're doing and wait for a turnaround in crypto, and we'll see what happens here. So hope you enjoyed that, guys. All the best.